with me on a logical plane,
you're a fucking moron. You're talking.
you do not have the ability to debate with me on a logical plane. You're getting emotional.
Okay, Piers Morgan.
You're getting emotional.
Okay,
I'm not
Piers
for
Morgan.
gun control. So your little
like to throw
Piers
around that
Morgan
debate
guy
word a lot.
doesn't make any
That's
sense.
exactly what he does. Can we have a debate? Can we go eat some? Can we go fucking drink some tea?
That is what you do in order to expand your consciousness. You debate with people. If you've got an opposing perspective and you have an opinion that you believe is a fact, there's no such thing. Like, you might be able to tell me something that I'm unaware of right now, and I'll learn from you. The same thing. But if you have an emotional response like you have had, you won't be able to learn anything. We won't be able to.
You're talking
Listen to how angry you are. Listen to how
I'm not
angry
angry. You're
okay, so if I'm talking
about something
bullshit,
that you know nothing about, you're not even an American. You'll never be an American.
Okay, so
never.
What does that
and
have
if you
to
do want to come to America,
being able
everybody
to
that wants to
read
come to America
into the laws that are a part of your country? Okay, so seeing as how you know about the SAFE Act, what is the SAFE Act?
Oh my God, would you shut the fuck up?
Okay, well, you don't know. You don't know, and you live in New York. You live in New York and you don't even know about your own gun laws. That's terrible.
Yeah, it is. 7 fucking rounds maximum. You're an idiot.
What about your extended clip rule? Which is the...
It's not a clip, it's a magazine, you fucking moron.
Well, I've given you the layman's term, Siemens, how
it ain't no layman's term, it is what it is. There ain't no apples and oranges, it is what it is, you fucking retard.
Okay, magazine then, to not break it down for somebody who appears to be quite simple.
Damn, this game's You can sit there and talk the bullshit you want. No one's gonna fucking enforce these rules. How many police stations have already fucking said the police that said that they're not gonna do it? It's not gonna happen.
That is now. How do you think things happen instantly? Do you really think that rules and regulations are amended instantly? It's a constitutional right. Obviously.
People are not gonna put up with it.
Listen, when the media narrative is as strong as it is, it suggests to me that they are going to continue pushing this, right? Now, when I see changes happening in states like New York, like your state, significant changes, I believe that those changes can be imposed in other states.
Gun laws. New York's always had real strict gun laws. Always.
I would hope so. I would love for America to hold on to their guns. I think that without them, they cripple themselves in terms of homeland defense. And I'm not talking about homeland defense that is, the actual homeland defense. I mean the people being able to defend their land. For me, that is the main reason for a nation to have their arms. Not to protect themselves against tyranny, but just in case you guys was to ever go to war in your own land, you're the one nation that is impossible to fuck with because of your civilians have firearms to crazy extents.
I believe in that, but I also believe that you gotta fucking be able to overthrow a government if fucking things are too fucking strong. I believe in exactly what you just said. Yeah, you should be able to. They should have. That's another. Well, it wasn't just intended for tyranny either. It was intended for all.
Well, that is one side's argument, is that it should be held there for tyranny, and that is not my concern. I'm not worried about the American government turning on its people. For me, it's America being attacked by somebody else and them not being able to adequately defend themselves. And if tyranny is part of that, if tyranny is a factor, in other words, the American government are aiding their country being invaded, that would be terrible.
Yeah, well, that's what the militia was for. The militia was for that. So if the government ever fucking had to have the regular military and the militia trained, and they fucking had.
The reason I think it could be possible is the deficit that America are in right now, how much they owe to China. I feel as if there may be war coming to America, and this very well may be a necessary evil in order for them to lose and change their economy. Their economy right now is what is.
Right now, that there's a bunch of American people, professional, got a lot of guns, that are about this fucking close, straight killing a bunch of politicians. I can guarantee it. And it's gonna happen. Do you honestly think that we're just gonna sit here
and specifically what you're talking about right now, I completely agree with you on, and that is another thing that leads to my original perspective, which is your gun laws are going to change significantly. When these people take under act what you're talking about, that is when you're starting a civil war in your homeland. And when that takes place, that's when you say goodbye to your weapons. That's when you see different laws. I expect what you have just said to take place and for there to be dire changes. I mean dire changes in the laws out there. That New York SAFE Act was one that just had me raise my eyebrow immediately.
Obama is a cut hair away from being impeached. I just want to let you know that.
Yeah, he needs to fuck off. Because, well, to be fair, it doesn't really matter who you have in office.
He's a puppet any damn way.
Which since Kennedy hasn't been. Which president since Kennedy hasn't been, you know? And
yeah, well,
we see what happens when...
either. Your government's...
exactly. The whole of the Western Hemisphere is controlled. It's an Anglo-American unit that we are all being governed by. For us to think that we're not connected is just moronic, in my opinion. I don't see...
I mean, the reason why we have the Constitution and the laws is because you're from England? You're English?
Exactly. I know where you're going with this.
Came up with the fucking rules, guys.
You've got to remember that they are connected. Even through a war on independence, they are still very much so connected.
Yeah, well, that was your guys' problem. You guys let it happen. Around here, I'm telling you, man. Civil War is going to happen. It does not make sense.
And that's what will get rid of your weapons.
Yeah, but how long is it going to take for them to actually fucking just destroy everybody? Because that's what it's going to come down to. They're going to have to destroy everybody who's against them. And then
not necessarily. I mean, alright, we do it in the most simple terms of how you disarm a nation. Because you're going to obviously have to amend laws, you make them extremely harsh. All the penalization for it, every penalty will be severe. If you own a firearm after we've asked for you, but specific firearms, because they're not going to take away all your firearms. You'll still be able to own pistols, I would assume, and single-shot rifles.
Yeah, but you know what the funny thing is? The reason why we're even having this debate right now is Sandy Hook shit. Did you even know Sandy Hook was conspiracy? There wasn't even a rifle even fired.
When it comes to conspiracies these days, well, yeah, yay and nay. The same thing with 9/11. The same thing with 9/11. But every tragedy that happens in our day and age now is assigned to being a conspiracy, or some form of conspiracy will arise from said incident. I'm sure you know about the whole Batman theater conspiracy theories, etc., that all tie into the movie itself. And conspiracy theorists are very, very good at putting together their theories. Very good. They do it in very intelligent ways as well. And I do watch and listen to a lot of their perspectives, because for me, in my opinion, for you to have a well-formed opinion and to remain objective, you've got to look at everybody's opinion and formulate your own from all of the angles. I do definitely see the angle for conspiracy in Sandy Hook, and it was the first thing that came to me. And the very fact that they have gone to those lengths to, and I agree with you with it being a conspiracy, the very fact that they've gone to those lengths to, again, like I was saying before, perpetuate this narrative, to perpetuate this narrative, to have people wanting to give up their arms. So it only suggests to me that you've got something as tragic as children supposedly being killed by an AR assault rifle, AR-15 assault rifle. You've got something as tragic as that being used in the media to basically sway people's minds, and people assume that something worse and more tragic isn't about to befall them. That assumption, to me, would be naivety. I'm pretty damn sure that something very soon, because they're getting pushed away by Congress, they're getting all of their, all of their momentum stopped by Congress. Congress at this point aren't interested in breaking that amendment. But you make it high scale, maybe Sandy Hook tenfold, which is very possible, and it would be one of the worst acts that you have seen in America since 9/11. There you go. There's your, we've got to get rid of our weapons. And now the gun control debate, which is pretty much 50-50, all of a sudden turns to 80-20. And then you start having members of Congress start saying, maybe we do need to look at something. Maybe we do need to make some changes. And that's the beginning of the end. Once one right is gone, the rest can follow.